Rocky the Mad Cat is a 3D platform game where the player takes the role of Rocky, an orange cat that has to go to school. The main objective of the game is to provide a fun experience for children, while at the same time they learn the basic mathematical operations. During the game, the player has to help Rocky on his way from home to the school. Rocky will also be assisted by Professor Felix, a non-playable character that will guide the player through a tutorial and give him some tips during the game. On the first level, the player wanders in the city while tries to find the way from his home to the schoolyard. Moving along the streets filled with numerous platforms, the player finds several milk cups that he can catch to increase his score. However, the player must be alert, because there are enemies in every corner. When Rocky faces an enemy, he spins to knock it out. After that knockout, a question shows up with a simple mathematical question. If the player answers the questions correctly, his score increases, otherwise he loses points. The second level is in the schoolyard. Here, Rocky has to cross the school ground from the school gate to the building of the school. He will find several locations in the schoolyard, such as a basketball field or a children's playground. On the third level, Rocky walks inside the school in some classrooms. He must find the way to the school sewers that are filled with water that he must avoid. Finally, on the fourth level, Rocky must find his way out of the sewers. To do that, the player must activate several switches in the game that control the water level. Activating the switches makes the water level increase. That way, Rocky can use the inflatable boat in the set to move along the platforms. The score system used in Rocky the Mad Cat helps to create a competitive mindset in the player, making him want to beat his previous score, and so he will play the game more often, which will make him more familiar with the math operations. The game is also customizable. This means that teachers and parents can adjust the type of math operation that show along the way, as well the range of the numbers used in the operations. This allows the player to increase the difficulty of the game during the learning process. At the end of each level, the player will face a special challenge, a boss that he will have to defeat. The boss will work as a final exam, where the player is faced with several questions in a row, and will only win if he is able to answer a determined number of them correctly. On the first level, Rocky must use the bomb cannon spread across the arena to fire against the minus boss. On the second level, the boss is a giant plus with a hammer. The boss tries to knock out Rocky with a hammer. In the sewers, Rocky will face the boss Multiplication Rex. This one will try to hit Rocky with his giant head. On the gym, Rocky will face his last challenge, the Division boss. Rocky the Mad Cat makes learning a fun process for children and will definitely help them to achieve better results in math